Hi there, Lindsay here, the Frugal Crafter. In today's video, I'm going to share some tools that you can make at home. These are not totally original ideas, but they may help you in your drawing and painting journey. And so first I want to give credit to Leslie Strauss, who did this DIY view catcher with a slide and a piece of paper, and I thought that was so great. But then I thought, how about if I added another tool to it and I made it a little bit bigger? So what I've done here is I had a scrap piece of gray mat board and I cut a 4-inch window in it, and then I wrapped it with some cardstock so I could make a viewfinder. And Leslie has a great video on how to use the view catcher, which is a product that you would buy. But I thought, oh, this would be fun to make one. And then I thought, wouldn't it be great if I had a value scale? So I have this value scale here, and I thought that would be really handy to have on the back. So I just took my cool gray markers, 1 through 9, and then the black, and I just made a little gray scale on the back, and that way you can hold this up to whatever and you can kind of see what the value is by peeking through the window. And I love the size of this. It's nice and big, and I can go from square all the way down to like a small panoramic, like my skinny little sketchbook here that is like super skinny and long, and I'll be able to use that when I want to compose a long skinny thing as well. And then I took the waste piece, the little window I cut out, and I made another one that would be perfect for travel, and I also did the grayscale on the back, and then I put a little one up there just for white. But I thought that would be a really great way to help me compose and make sure whatever I am planning on drawing is going to fit in the aspect ratio of my sketchbook. The next thing here also has to do with a slide, and this is something I made probably 20 years ago, and I found it in my with all my other little drawing tools when I was looking, and found it in with my slides when I was looking for an empty one to try Leslie's idea here. And this is just a slide that I put some like cellophane, a red cellophane. I think it was probably from a gift bag, from like a Christmas time gift bag. And you can use this to look at your scene, and it kind of makes everything monochrome so that you can see what your values are, see what the dark values are, see what the light values are, and not be confused or distracted by the color. And you can kind of look here. I've got this little color wheel. Actually, let me take the front of this. Let me take this little spinner part off so you can see. So you can kind of see it just takes it down to value rather than color, and it can be a little bit, maybe if I pull this up there, it'll be a little bit easier to see. You can see the value rather than just the color. I hope that makes sense. But anyway, you can also just cut a frame out of cardboard or plastic or cardstock for that matter and make something like that. The next thing I want to show you is how to kind of make your own little masks for color wheels. Now this is a store-bought color wheel. This is one that I painted. I don't know if it's got the exact same amount of pie slices on it. Not exactly. I think maybe not. Maybe it does. Actually, you know what? I think it does have the same amount of sides. But I made these little masks to go over a color wheel, so I could be like, if I want a triad, like that's a secondary triad, I could do a primary triad. You know, it's just a way to help you isolate some colors when you're trying to figure out what your color palette might want to be. Maybe I want to have a complementary color palette, so I can use this little complementary mask to just see the colors that are opposite each other and not be distracted by the other colors. So if you put yellow and blue next to each other, they make each other colors pop. If you mix them together, they make a gray or a black or a neutral color. So it's just kind of nice to know that, especially if it's not second nature to you yet. And then if you want to develop some more sophisticated color patterns, you could do like a triadic color here. So like a rectangular quadrant. You could do kind of a rectangle color scheme there. You could do a split complementary. So instead of doing yellow and purple, you do yellow, and then you do a blue violet and a red violet. So you've got kind of a little bit more of a sophisticated look there. It's just something kind of fun to play with when you're feeling a little like you're doing the same thing all the time. You want to be shaken up a little bit. And this is just another like a square quadrant. It just gives you another way to figure out some interesting color palettes. I think when I made this, I made it to go with this color wheel because I made this quite a long time ago, and I just found it when I was going through looking for other stuff. But I like how you can get a more sophisticated look by isolating colors that are equidistant apart on the color wheel, or like in the case of a square quadrant or a basic triad, you get a very well balanced color look, you know. But if you want to do something a little bit quirkier, you can do the split complementary, which is a different sort of triad, but it's got a more sophisticated look there. A little bit quirky, a little bit different. Or you could do like the rectangle triad and just get a little bit more of a unique but still balanced color scheme. And they're just kind of fun. It's kind of fun to work with, and I don't know, I thought I got a kick out of these, and I thought maybe you would too, and it might be something you want to make to throw in your bag. I always think it's nice to make tools because you're investing some time in it, you're thinking about it, you're thinking about what would be useful to me, and then you get to make exactly what you want, and then hopefully you'll remember it to use it, rather than just buying something that you throw in your bag and then you never use. So if this was helpful, give me a thumbs up. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and until next time, happy crafting. Bye!